Welcome to the Manic Money Finance channel. I'm Money Mike, and I'm here to go over the current market today. So, as you know, the stock market was closed today, which was, it's okay. It's okay. We don't need to trade every day. Sometimes it's good to get a break, a 3-day weekend, a little relaxation time. Doesn't mean that things weren't happening today. A lot of things are happening today. As you probably know, somebody got inaugurated. Someone got inaugurated as our 47th president today. And that's an interesting thing if you think about it. The he didn't get blocked. He didn't get 14th Amendment. Nothing like that. Everything went through without a hitch. I don't know if anybody caught it. I went into a gas station earlier and some woman was literally watching the inauguration, playing it on her phone, which was interesting. All right. Audio works. So, and I know I was telling you guys yesterday, hey, there's going to be some opportunities to make money with this, right? And it's going to be very important. Get the chats up. Can't miss anything. Audio levels are good. So you're probably wondering, how can we make money off the Trump inauguration? Boom. It happened. It's done. He's getting to work. He's signing executive orders like Ariana Grande signs, memorabilia for fans. But what I was actually predicting, because in his speech, he talked about an energy crisis. We're going to declare a national emergency on energy, which is kind of ridiculous, I have to say, in a way, because we create a lot of energy. But basically, you got Canadian politicians threatening to not give America electricity. So there's parts of Michigan, there's parts of northern New York, there's a lot of different places that depend on electricity from Canada. And Canada saying, hey, we're going to cut you off because of Trump, which is absolutely insane. So he declared a national energy emergency. And what happened? Well, crude oil was down on the daily. Most crude oils were down on the daily. We're getting a little bit of a pop now, which is going to be short-lived, guaranteed. But this $80 a barrel, yeah, you're not going to see that much longer. And, right after his speech, the futures market is already down $1.20, something like that. So I can actually show you the futures market because it's pretty crazy. I'll get rid of that. Bring up the futures market to show you how people are digesting this. Oh boy. Would you look at that? All oil is down. Natural gas is down in the futures market. So, I mean, obviously you see that there, oil and gas are dominating the energy landscape, which is just a given. They always are. But it's pretty pretty insane to see this. It's pervasive. It's it's intense. So it's an interesting thing. It's exactly what I predicted. So it's really not that interesting for me. This is just, it is what it is. So I hope you're listening to me. I hope you ditched your oil stocks because this is not going to be a great place to invest your money in the near future. I just have to say. So you definitely need to listen to me. Definitely need to listen to me. Oh, by the way, my call on Bitcoin yesterday played out beautifully. So here's let's get to the daily chart here. So yesterday, let's zoom out. Yesterday when I was live streaming, where were we? Where were we? Oh yeah, we were right down here. We had just popped up at under 100K. And I said, hey, the markets are going to be reversing here in a second. Just wait. And wouldn't you know it, they went up to $107,000 today on certain exchanges. It's there it is. We were right around here. And then look at $107,000. So if you had bought when I told you to, when it was going to reverse in the overnight, you would have made money. You'd still be making money. Not as much. But if you see a parabolic rise like this, are you going to stay in? Hours after I told you, right around here, to jump in? No, you're going to get out. That's a smart thing to do. Take your profits. Jump back in. I don't know. We're coming up on the 8:30 hour. It looks like we already had a reversal. That tends to make me think that this thing's going to want to retest the 100 again soon. It's getting super volatile at the current price levels, which is interesting to see. So I guess Bitcoin reached 109,000. And that really helped a lot of other cryptocurrencies. So, yeah. Listen to me. I won't steer you wrong. I can't tell you now. Right now, I'm probably not even going to make a call on Bitcoin. I had two successful calls 2 days in a row. Given current market sentiment, I don't understand how it could not do well in this coming week. But I wouldn't be surprised to see it retest the $100,000 range, and actually drop below 101. It's like right now, basically, this kind of looks like a reversal, which makes me think we're not going to get that again tonight. I mean, we got that the last 2 nights, and you got people jumping into stocks and equities tomorrow. Basically, what Trump was saying today about fighting inflation. And with the interest rates going down, people are trying to, put together a portfolio that's going to do well this year. And that is going to basically be cycling out of large caps. Because who benefits the most from inflation? Giant corporations. I don't know. I'm not going to say that they're price gouging or not. That's not something I do. I'm just saying that giant corporations benefit the most from high interest rates. So if interest rates are going to keep going down, the economy is going to get better. You're going to see interest rates go down faster than you would expect, and the small cap stocks are going to keep benefiting. So, that's you can be assured that that's how it's going to go. I'm going to bring this up. Peanut the squirrel, still disappointing me. Granted, I only threw a little bit into this thing. I'm almost out on everything in the market besides my Bitcoin Depot warrants. But Peanutty the squirrel, I just can't quit this one. I think any day now, it's going to bounce out of consolidation, and it's going to moon. But what do I know? So yesterday, I was telling y'all about a fantastic opportunity to make some money off of some Trump trades. And I've been following this for a while. So I can basically just go in. I know all the tickers. I can bring up the charts. I can show you exactly which ones could play out well. And this is an interesting one right here. This is the Trump Media and Technology Group. Ticker being DJT, because nobody's got a big ego around here. So this bad boy has been on a tear. So basically, every time Trump wins, this thing wins. And the chart's actually looking relatively good. Dude just got inaugurated today. How could you not expect this thing to go up tomorrow? I mean, it looks like we're in a flag pattern. It looks like we're doing a higher low. I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing go nuts in pre-market. You might get a dip dive stop loss hunt. You might get people who are shorting this covering because this is very heavily shorted stock. So with him coming in, he's inaugurated now. This company's his. I mean, you're talking some serious momentum here. So I mean, obviously, it's impossible to tell where all these different stocks I'm going to show you today are going because they're so like intermeshed with Trump, and you kind of they're just, you can't decouple. So obviously he's hitting the ground running. He's going nuts. So we can probably expect this one to go up tomorrow. I'm thinking that all of them are going to go up tomorrow. Obviously, it might be a buy the rumor, sell the news type thing. There were a lot of people saying like, "Oh, hey, he's not going to get inaugurated. They're going to 14th Amendment him. He's never going to become president. They're going to stop him." And that just didn't happen. I'm not saying either way, one way or the other, whether I like the guy or not. I'm just looking at how can I make money off this, which is exactly what you should be doing too. All right. So obviously this is our low hanging fruit one here. DJT. I mean, come on. Let's check out the Yahoo Finance on this bad boy, right? So, I mean, they're going to tell you the market cap, 8.6 billion. They're going to give you 52 ranges, stuff. The only thing here that I find kind of interesting is that you got the EPS. They're losing money. It's probably not a good buy. But you can see some news. You can see, I mean, obviously research, but Yahoo Finance is actually really nice. You can check out financials. You can see the, total revenue, cost of revenue. This is in thousands. So, I mean, it's not great. Operating expenses, obviously they're losing way more money than they're making. I've never tried Truth Social. I have absolutely no desire to either. So, basically, this was a reverse SPAC merger. That's how they get listed on the stock market. If you don't know what those are, it's basically people make these blank check companies that meet all of the requirements to be listed on the stock market. They don't do anything but look for another company to merge into them so they can get listed on the stock market quick and easy without having to go through all the rigmarole that most companies do, an IPO, et cetera, et cetera. And so after the merger, what will end up happening is, boom. Now they're on the stock market easy. So I'm gonna be rapid firing these ones at you guys. So, and I can't say if it's gonna be in order of importance or not, but all of a sudden I like these ones long term. Rumble's an interesting one. So you saw that chart, that 6-month chart. That's insane. This was I mean, after the election, it actually went down, which is interesting. But at some point in December here, it made a big pop. And I haven't been following this one super closely, so I don't know what caused that. But this one could be another one that just gets lit on fire tomorrow. So people who don't know, Rumble is a video sharing platform like YouTube, except they don't do any kind of content moderation outside of your typical nudity, adult content, stuff like that. So they let you say whatever you want to say. No censoring. They've never censored. They will ignore countries like the UK, etc. that try to censor them. So it'd be interesting. They haven't. They went nuts in 2024, and they haven't been doing so hot in 2025. They're also a company that doesn't make money. The market cap's a smaller 3.66 billion. They do have $154 million in cash, but their return on equity is abysmal. The revenue is 78.8 million. It's pretty decent, but they're losing money. So, I'm not saying any of these are long-term holds. I'm just saying for the week ahead, you could have some serious opportunities here. I'm sure most people here know what Rumble is. So, and I got another one here. A lot of these are going to look like the DJT chart. Oh, All right, we're still on. We're still on this one. We're still on the trading view chart. You didn't see the Yahoo Finance, but I brought up some Yahoo Finance on Rumble. I'm just not, going a little too quick here. This one here, Funware, is an interesting one. As you can see, the chart looks very similar to the other ones. These guys, they're information, they say AI, but they're information technology. They work closely with Truth Social. They are actually doing a ton of different stuff, all tech, all connectivity stuff. So it's actually really interesting. They'll get into anything. They're getting into crypto. They're getting into all kinds of different stuff. It's wild to see. So something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind here, because this one usually goes nuts anytime, you get the Trump trades. So they had earnings back November 7th. They were also negative. So most of these companies basically lose money, which is interesting. I kind of got sidetracked by this one. I'm not saying this is a good buy at all. We saw this thing a while back. A viewer shouted this one out, and just to see it go insane, this is wild. I mean, this company loses money. You want to talk about losing money? They're losing $20 a share. This is just very interesting. They are a crypto-related stock, though, so that makes sense. And I know you're probably thinking, hey, you just rapid fired off 2, 3, 4 different stocks. There's no way that you have more. Oh boy, do I. But I'm going to go ahead and share this on my Facebook. I almost forgot about that. Share this on the old Facebook. Get this out there on the interwebs, if you know what I mean. Alrighty. So let's go bring up our next one here. This is an interesting one here, and I'm sure most people here haven't heard of this one. This one here is called American Rebel Holdings. So as you can see, this chart is wild. You got giant wicks. You got basically this company tends to pop off in the morning. It'll go nuts, but because of selling pressure, it'll end up with a red candle on the day. So all these started as green candles, and this thing shot up, and then it can't help itself. It drops right back down. It's wild. And you saw back beginning of 2025, it shot up again. They're basically they're releasing a beer to market to compete with it, Budweiser, this and that, the non-woke thing. They also tend to do well with the Trump stuff. So something to keep an eye on. They don't fall in line like Fun, DJT, and Rumble tend to fall in line with the whole, Trump news, the Trump stuff. They don't really fall in line as much, but it's something that could very well really benefit from this inauguration, and Trump probably going ham the next few days. I imagine that basically what we're going to see from him is what you would expect. He's going to declare a state of emergency in the southern border. The tariffs aren't going to be as bad as people think. And a lot of people think he's just going to go and just start slapping these massive tariffs on all these different countries that we import goods from right away. And that's just not what's going to happen. It's going to be an easing type tariff situation, which will actually benefit America in the long term because they'll be bringing manufacturing back here. I mean, the reason that the big three Japanese automakers have multiple factories in America is because of tariffs. is because it's cheaper for them in the long run to have all the parts shipped here and have it assembled here in factories. We have Toyota, Mazda, and Honda factories in the United States where they're making cars. So ultimately, this should be a good thing for us. I don't think that the tariff inflation is going to be as bad as people think. It just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Right now, he's in his second term. He's not going to be able to get reelected. This term is really where he establishes his legacy. So I feel like he's going to be a lot better behaved than people think. So we can get some little deep dive on American Rebel here. And you'll see earnings per share, it's bad. Pretty sure these guys did a reverse split not too long ago. The market cap, though, is only 3.7 million. So that's why you see those giant candles up, because it's very easy to move the price. It only take a couple $1 million to shoot that candle up. And who knows? This company might be selling the shares themselves. I haven't done a deep dive into the SEC filings. I'm just looking at companies that will do well in the near term after Trump gets elected. So you can see American Rebel Light. They're basically trying to compete with Bud Light, and they are going hard in that aspect. So they're signing distribution agreements. This one might be a nice one to put in the portfolio, just as, you know, a small, tiny craft brewing type investment. It's an American company. You can't go wrong, you know? Last but not least, I don't even know if it's the last one. I might think of another one in the interim as I'm covering this, but I feel like this is the biggest gimme here. I know people are probably thinking, yeah, buy Tesla. Elon Musk is part of Trump's cabinet now. It's absolute insanity. He was there at the inauguration, right behind him the whole time. And this thing, you know, it's trading at its double its fair value. That means nothing. An electric car company like this, it just means nothing. I mean, you saw they were up $13 a share the other day. Market closed. And this was the last day worth of trading. They didn't do so great. The last 5 days, you're getting gaps up. So, I mean, these gaps, they may fill. I mean, that one already filled. This gap may fill. That would just be a nice buying opportunity. There is a caveat with this one, though, right? So this one in particular, Musk is going to be under attack. He's going to be under attack here with this DOGE agency, this Department of Government Efficiency. So there's already multiple lawsuits attacking him as far as federal agency litigation goes, whether it's a legitimate government agency or not. Blah blah blah. Someone's trying to say that basically you can't just grab a random person, appoint them to a new federal agency, and then say, okay, you're part of my cabinet now. That's basically what it is. You can't just make a new federal agency because you feel like it. I think these lawsuits, when they start coming out, it's going to make big news. I don't think they're going to go anywhere. So that might actually provide a shorting solution for Tesla, because you might see a Tesla boycott. Actually, now that I think about it, if anybody watched the inauguration speech, Elon Musk did a little hand gesture thing, which is basically being taken to be the Roman salute or whatever it's called, the Hitler salute, where he looked like he's waving to someone in the crowd, but the picture looks bad. So I think you could actually see a boycott and a little price crash on this bad boy if that actually gains some traction in the news cycle. So this is important stuff. So you just keep your ear to the ground, because stuff like that can actually move stock prices a lot more than you think. And a lot of people are probably thinking, yeah, whatever. That's stupid. Why would that? But it, you get a boycott, you get something like that, you'd be amazed at how people will jump on the bandwagon to tear a billionaire down, especially a billionaire. I mean, people hate billionaires. Let's be honest. So, something to keep in mind. It might not be all good for him. But yeah, let's check out. Got that Tesla chart up. Let's check out the Bitcoin. Don't want the market cap. I want the chart. And yeah, and I was saying it looks like a reversal, but it is retesting the $100,000 range as we speak. This happened probably 30 minutes after I said it would. 8:30 is coming up. Typically, we've been seeing this 8:30 reversal thing play out with this bad boy, but who knows? I like patterns. You find a pattern, something that can give you a little indication of where price is going. You go with it. That pattern recognition can help you make money. I mean, I did well off HUSA a few times using pattern recognition because I understood that oil going up, and not even oil going up, just crazy stuff with Israel and the thought of oil going up. This pump right here, I was part of this pump. It was a beautiful thing. You see that? And you see that? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. No. And obviously, this one actually be a good opportunity with the whole Trump inauguration too, because you never know. This you would think small domestic oil producer, it's probably going to go up. But let's face it, something like this is probably not going to actually benefit from cheaper oil. They don't have a lot of oil projects. They don't have a lot of claims. There's only 3 people in the company. They don't make money. And eventually they're going to have to report earnings again. They reported earnings back here, and it was negative. Earnings here, negative. So basically, what will happen is when they report earnings once again, it'll probably be negative. And because they barely make any money and they don't actually drill very much oil, you could see this thing plummet. And they have options. They have options you can buy. You can buy puts on these bad boys. If the price of oil goes down, you're going to see those puts play out. So it kind of looks like the 8:30 reversal is actually happening again. I mean, we saw a retest of the 100, and it bounced up immediately to 100, 607. The volatility on this thing has just been insane lately. Insane to watch this thing go from 100 to 107 and then back down to 100 again. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point to see this thing go up 25K in 1 week now. Mass adoption is basically here. You can buy this thing at ATMs and gas stations. You can buy it on the Coinstar at the grocery store, Cash App, Robinhood. And the rich like Bitcoin because it seems to them it's out of reach of your plebes, of your peasant type people. So that's an interesting little tidbit. So they'll buy it up because to them it's a status symbol. Oh, how many Bitcoin do you have? Be down at the country club. How many Bitcoin do you have? Oh, I got 3 or 4. Oh, really? I have 7. Do I think it'll maintain these levels and stay above them? No, absolutely not. Yes, we get bear markets with cryptocurrency, and all it's going to take is, the Chinese government with a quantum computer and just wreak havoc on the Bitcoin network, finally be able to crack that code and that cryptography. And you could see a flash crash in the crypto market unlike anything that has ever been witnessed. It would, because these markets move so fast, it would be a freaking study. It would become a study for economics majors. Absolute insanity. All right, all right, all right. No, something to think about. But that 8:30 p.m. reversal played out for the third day in a row. Third day in a row. It was a wild thing to see. Will it maintain this? Or will it actually become a real reversal where we see, Bitcoin gain thousands of dollars by morning time? Who knows? Who knows? But it's interesting. That little pop right there, that's money. That's money that you can make every night at 8:30 right before you go to bed. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to say every night. That's not necessarily, true, but you never know. So I started a small account challenge. This is the first week. I wanted to start it a little earlier, and I might just go ahead and treat it as if I started at the beginning. Nah. Small account challenge starting this week. We're putting $15 in the brokerage account. I'm going to show you how to make money off $15 a week and how to build real wealth with it. That's how you're going to build your retirement. All right, is $15 a week. That's all you need to start. Anybody can manage that. Anybody can afford that. You can afford that. I can afford that. I mean, heck, the homeless guy can probably afford that. If he really wanted to, he could do it. He could definitely do it. Say, hey, let me not, spend money on something today. Oh, yeah. Can almost taste the egg drop soup that came in that container. Let me not spend some money on a certain thing today. And let me just go ahead and put $15 in a brokerage account today. Just never touch it. So obviously in my small account challenge, this is what I'm going for here. Bitcoin Depot warrants. I don't know if I'm going to diversify yet. It's only the first week, but I'm telling you right now, my first $15 is going into this. I'm going to figure out a way to get my get that Charles Schwab account up here, so I can show you guys weekly on Saturdays probably. Bring this bad boy, bring that account up for you, and tell you what I've been doing with it. And I might periodically mention it throughout the course of the week, just to tell you if I did a trade, if I sold something, bought something, etc. So yeah, the Bitcoin Depot warrants. That's what we're rocking. I would like to bring up the Robinhood account to show you guys some stuff, but I figure let me go over my top one for 2025. We mentioned this on stream not too long ago, but let's see the last trading day. This is no, that wasn't the last trading day. This is the last trading day. I mean, if you bought in at market open in the 12.65 range, you'd already be making money. And that was my number one pick, obviously. Oh, BlackBerry. BlackBerry was the number, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 pick. I can't quite remember right now what my number 2 pick was, but rest assured, it was a good one. It was definitely a good one. I'm thinking tomorrow, it's going to be difficult to make a call like this because you never quite know what could happen tomorrow, what Trump's going to do, but he is probably going to dictate the direction of the market for the next week. We have no economic data this week, nothing that's pertinent or important. So what we're going to be seeing is basically our president is going to decide the directions of the market this week, depending on what he does, what kind of executive orders he signs. That's what's going to decide whether or not we make money this week. Market makers, they might, you might see these Trump stocks ripped down in your face. Oh well, wait till after the market opens before you jump in. Make sure you get a good feel where things are going. If you want to avoid that possibility. I mean, if you're confident and you think certain things are going to go up and you want to jump in pre-market, obviously I'm not giving financial advice. Do it. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying that these are going to be volatile stocks to pay attention to. So, and Kodak could actually be one that benefits from the Trump trade as well. As you can see, just in the past, what is this, a monthly chart? Yeah, just in the past month, this thing has had a nice V-shaped correction. So it's following the broader trend of the overall market, but it's also looking real sweet from where we started at 350. So it's double where it was almost a year ago now. And I think this thing, it wouldn't be unheard of to see $20 this year, something crazy. This was in the top 10 video as well. I'm going to periodically go over that top 10, and I'm actually going to calculate the prices this stuff would have been when I released the video. Obviously, I filmed the video January 12th, but I released it several days later. So I'm not going to, I'm probably not going to calculate it from January 12th because that would kind of be unfair. I mean, I would, if I did calculate it from January 12th, the portfolio is already going to be up 10% by now. So that would be nice. Well, I might go from when I actually released the video, just to be fair. Because how you gonna buy it when the video is not even released? We'll see. Depends how I feel. If it makes me look good, I might just calculate it from the 12th. Not gonna lie. Yeah. I mean, as far as other trade ideas this week, I mean, I don't think you really need anything else. I mean, the reason this stock could benefit from Trump trade is back in 2020, Trump was talking about giving Kodak $1 billion loan that could possibly be forgiven. And then something happened where they couldn't actually get the loan. So, I mean, this thing was short sold to all heck when that happened. And it shot up to $25 a share. You can actually probably see it on here. Bring up the 5-day chart. Yeah, that's it right there. It shot up to almost $60 a share on a massive intraday short squeeze. This is literally, you got 1 week between here and here. So, I mean, this is the 5-year chart. There's probably some gaps up here. Not gonna lie. Some kind of, volume thing that could drag this thing back up to those levels. Who knows? I mean, there was less shares in the float when that happened, but still, I mean, it wouldn't be crazy to see 20 by the end of the year at all. So, something to keep in mind. But yeah, I mean, that's basically all I've got for you guys tonight. Keep an eye on those Trump trades. PHUN, DJT, Tesla. I mean, you can see my history here. So, Rumble, American Rebel. Those will be good ones to keep an eye on. HUSA will be one where you could see a short-term pop with it. But if the oil price keeps going down, their stock's going to go down too. So HUSA is another one. Not financial advice, but you see this thing blast off tomorrow. That'd be a beautiful short sell or put buying opportunity. So, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. This list right here is a beautiful list to look at. I know there's probably going to be some American manufacturing opportunities. Do some research. Go look. I mean, I wouldn't Google search, hey, what stocks are going to do the best with Trump as president? Because you're going to get all kinds of jargon. But, oh, yeah, I know. Is it the official Trump? Is it the official Trump one? I want to check this one out. Yes, this is the one. This is the one we were checking out. People are basically betting on a Coinbase listing for that. As you can see in real time. So this might actually be a nice litmus test for what could be happening. So this one is horrible with the whales. So just so you know, there's one wallet that owns a ton of these. So I really wouldn't suggest buying this. They can flood the market with coins and kill the price. When we were checking this out yesterday, it was, I think, in the 50s range. It seems like I think it was actually right down here. Or right down here. I don't know. But, and it's a 5-day chart. Yeah, so it was right down 20th here, 19th here. I think it was over here. Or over here. I don't know. So we'll go check out the stream. That'll tell you. But this chart looks horrible right now. And obviously, if it was going to pop off the inauguration, it would have popped. And that was 12 today, around here somewhere. And it seemed to sell off into the inauguration. So I just thought this one was funny. It says official Trump. I don't know if it's actually officially linked to Trump. These kind of like crazy meme coins like this, I tend to shy away from them. Especially something like this where it's tied to somebody's name, and who knows, he could do some crazy stuff and kill the price. But more or less, I like coins that are tied to a movement better. That tends to not put the onus of the price action all on the shoulders of one person, because it's people. We're flawed individuals. We're just human beings. So you get one person, they do some stuff, kill the coin, kill your income, kill your profit. Who wants that? Not me. So yeah, that was just a last little tidbit. But who knows? This one could, you're seeing a price level here. There's going to be some massive support here in the $23 range. It might not actually even get down to there to retest it. It could pop off from here. So just something to keep in mind too. Let's check on Peanut before we sign off. What's it doing? Not much. It's still looking horrible. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. This chart's ugly. That wick is insane. I don't even know how that's possible. I'm glad I wasn't watching it when it did this. But apparently this happened yesterday at 8 p.m. 7 p.m. I'm glad I wasn't watching that when it happened. As you know, I got in around this range here. It was looking like a nice spot to jump in. It went up a little bit and then there. And I'm just, let's see what Peanut do. But yeah, I mean, we're at an interesting time in the markets where basically most things are looking good, I would say, except for large cap stocks at this point. I just don't think large cap stocks are looking good. Bitcoin is as volatile as ever. It does seem like this reversal is taking root and actually, heading into a nice area. We got a flag here, higher lows. It's actually looking pretty good. So it'd be interesting to see tomorrow if this plays out, I know we had the 8:30 reversal, just like I said. It's been a thing. Uh, like I said, pattern recognition. It's not hard to do. It's not an impressive thing, and especially when it does it every night on cue. Something to think about. Could be a possible money maker. I might actually jump into some leveraged crypto trading just to cash in on that. Yeah. Oh, that's everything, Oil going down, small caps going up, crypto going up. So there's going to be a lot of altcoins. I'll keep the stocks to a minimum tomorrow, and I'll cover some altcoins. After seeing Solana go nuts from 200 to almost 300 in a matter of a couple days, I'm starting to think that jumping into these little unknown stocks could be a bad thing. Our little unknown crazy altcoins and meme coins, I mean, while they might end up being lucrative for you, it's something you have to watch constantly, and it's a very stressful situation, knowing that you could have a rug pull whales who are the actual devs who made the token, who might not be doing anything with said token, can just tank the price. It's a scary thing to think about. We got this one here. The @store. I mean, this one just ended up doing horribly. I mean, you look at the 5-day chart. Let's bring up the 1-month chart. I mean, to jump in around here, see it do this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, life's good. Drop back down to 3 zeros again. I'm on a hold because this thing is associated with graphene. This is going to be good. This is going to be a great little project. I'm going to probably 10 times, 20 times my money, and then to find out that this thing is not associated with graphene at all. It's a meme coin someone started to cash in on his success, and then just to have it pitter out to less than what I bought it for was, just super depressing. I guess I should have, sold when I was at 6-7 times. But knowing what I know now, obviously I would have done that. But there was nothing to lead me to believe this thing wasn't associated with that person, and that particular dev does not do a good job at saying point blank, hey, I have nothing to do with this project. He won't just tell you that right away. So it kind of fizzled out under high manipulation with low liquidity. Right now, the liquidity is half of the market cap, which is actually kind of nice. So this might be one of those things where you can get a short-term pop out of it still, which would be pretty sweet. But, buyer beware. Obviously, you can see the holders just keep dropping. I should have looked at this. I looked at this, and that should have told me everything I needed to know. And I was stupid for probably not letting my instincts guide me when it was at 5, 6, 7 times my initial investment. But you can see everything in here with crypto. It's all transparent, and you can see the transactions. And I saw this wallet sold, didn't buy any, so it was a transfer of some kind. But everybody sold. These are the top traders. They're all selling. Ain't nobody buying. Like, I bought 14.1 million, sold 9.1 million in 10 transactions. Like, they're sitting on a little bit. Only $400 unrealized gain. Their balance is, and there's a bunch of unknowns. But look at this guy. He made 10 grand. Good for him. So a bunch of these wallets are just sales. So they could be the remaining coins from the other people. So, this guy sold 62 million. Good for him. He made a bunch of money. So, but if you look, they all sold their coins. There ain't people hanging on to this thing. And I should have known right then and there. based off the top traders, based off of the transactions where you see the same wallet selling and then buying again, like right here, sold and bought the same amount. Small price difference, a little bit of soul. Looks like bots just making money for people. Now look at this, a buy and then a sell. Crazy. So I didn't let my instincts guide me on that one. I definitely ate crow on this bad boy, which is fine. As you know, my top 10. Oh, I should probably share the chart with you. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. So yeah, this is what I was just talking about. And I was talking about, so everything that I just said, I was talking about this. I was talking about the transactions, the same wallets, selling, buying, manipulation, etc. Well, apparently I'm tired because I forgot to bring that one up. I'm kind of exhausted. I had to get up super early and go plow the yard at my shop today because I'm in New England and we got snow. So I had a long day. Because I still had to go work our normal job after that. But yeah, so I'm probably going to sign off here. I gave you guys some good information. You got your Trump trades. You got your commodity predictions. We got Bitcoin at 1017 right now. The reversal is playing out in real time. Whether we'll see it hold is another thing in general. But it hit that 100 and it just bounced. So we're seeing a nice 100K support. We got a double bottom that's about 8 hours apart now. And you saw that volatility yesterday night. So I wouldn't be surprised to see the same kind of volatility tonight as well. And we're here to make money, people. Not financial advice, but take the things I teach you, use them to make money. And tomorrow, I'm probably just going to recap the markets, recap some of the stuff I talked about today, but I am going to definitely cover some altcoins tomorrow because if Bitcoin keeps popping, we're going to see some altcoins that haven't done much in a while on this bull cycle go insane again. So remember, we're not going for meme coins. We're not going for that kind of stupid stuff. We're going to go for legitimate altcoins, legitimate projects, their own mainnets and everything. Now, tune in tomorrow for that. Until then, stay frosty, my friends.